Show's international director, Trevor Nunn. Hugh is relatively inexperienced. How much of a consideration or a concern was that when you cast him as Joe Gillis?
I didn't know that he was relatively inexperienced. I mean, it wouldn't bother me one way or the other. I mean, you know, as they say, you either got it or you don't got it.
I use atlas in all of my work.
Jackman's first big break was just last year when he played baddie Gaston in the Disney musical Beauty and the Beast. Although he wasn't the lead, critics agreed he stole the show without even trying. Arts critic Bryce Hallett.
You know, I know from people who worked with him in Perth, just in student review or drama, they said, oh my God, whatever a producer does, make sure he doesn't do a cameo because he'll try and steal the show. And you say, well, why does he do that? Oh, it's not his fault, he's just a natural show-off.
Let's go!
I remember Mum telling me a story about a year ago that when I was young, she said to me, Hugh, you do not have to stand up on a chair to be noticed. And I said, yes, I do. And I don't even remember it, but so maybe it was ingrained.
They say that you're a natural show-off, that when you're on stage, you just can't help but hog the limelight without even knowing you're doing it.
Do I? Oh, dear. That sounds terrible, doesn't it?
Up until Beauty and the Beast, Jackman was a little-known performer just out of acting school.
In shows, you're like a musical theater dude. You're like a big musical theater dude.
Right.
That's
That's the most confusing to me.
Is that so?
Oh, yeah. My first job, I was in Beauty and the Beast on stage. They made me have singing lessons I never sung in my life before.
How did you end up?
My agent just said, oh, they can't find someone to play Gaston. And I said, well, I'm not a singer. And they said, yeah, but they've looked everywhere. Like, just go for it.
Didn't you do it in Australia?
Yeah, and this was it. And I jumped through a lot of hoops. And I remember luckily reading first for the part. And I could see them all going, oh. I could see them go, oh. And then I sang and I can see them collectively go, oh. And then finally, this was the Australians. They said, the Americans are coming out in a month. Get some singing lessons, dude.
Oh, yeah?
So I got some singing lessons, and the Americans went, but the Australian guy who was there a month ago goes, no, this is so much better than a month ago. You don't know what you saw a month ago. Like, we don't start for 3 months. Like, if he can improve like that. And so they took a bet on me. But in my contract, it said must have singing lesson every week.
Oh, go away.
They paid for me. I'm a lead in a musical to have singing lessons. So the most surprising left turn of my career has been musicals. And I love them.
Yeah.
Did you make this yourself? Like did you make the envelope yourself?
Yes. I have a matching one.
Come on. Is this a friendship bracelet?
Yes.
Is this like because we're BFFs?
Yes.
Come here. I love it.
Do you think I can
do you think I can get away with wearing that in the show?
Yeah.
You do?
It would be funny. Oh.
It would be.
Yeah, I put extra clips. And that's like me when I come out with the drum.
Oh, that's perfect. Oh, look at you drumming. Thank you, KK.
Yeah,
You sweet thing. Happy summer to you too. That's perfect.
That New Year's Eve you hosted in Australia?
Oh my God, I don't believe you know that. The first thing I hosted, this was back when I would do anything for money, I was asked to host the Australian New Year's Eve fireworks special. I was like, fantastic, $3,000 I'm in. So I went and I hosted, it's this act, Kylie Minogue singing, blah, 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 doing all this stuff. And of course, the centerpiece of New Year's Eve is the fireworks show. Yeah. And they said, now, this is the most difficult. You've got 45 minutes and you have to commentate the fireworks. And I was like, I said, I know nothing about fireworks. And they said, don't worry, there's 4 pages of notes here. You know, there's 120,000 tons of dynamite. There's 5 barges. You'll be fine. Just go for it. So fine, we go through the show, and all of a sudden, Kylie puts the detonator, the fireworks start, and the producer goes, and go. And I said, and I look over at the guy. And by the way, the entire crew are drunk. Everyone's drunk. Right? New Year's Eve, they're not missing out on the fun. He's got the notes and his lighter. And he just lights it up in smoke. 45 minutes. And I'm looking at a monitor. The colours are extraordinary. I can't believe just the explosiveness. The worst 45 minutes of my life.
That's why I turned that down.
Oh, by the way, this is Jordan. Jordan's filming. Yeah.
Work, Jordan.
Do you want to come up on stage with me for a bit? Do you want to sing a little bit, Jordan? Never know how much I love you. Never know. I just had this weird thing of you watching this like 2 o'clock in the morning. Never know how much I love you, Jordan. Never know how much I care, Jordan. When you put your arms around me, Jordan, I get a feeling that's so hard to bear. You give me fever. In the morning, fever all through the night. Fever!
Yeah.
And you kiss me, fever all through the night.
Oh, I remember asking for a boogie board from my dad, and he only gave us one gift. And he said, "You sorted." And I look under the thing and I see my one gift, and it's like this. And I'm like, that can't be it. That must be a fake gift. The real one's behind the door. And I'm like, and I open up, and it was a blow-up inflatable thing that you lie on with the 2 little rope handles. And I said, "Dad, that's not a boogie board." He goes, No, it's exactly the same. You use it. And I said, "Thank you." And I remember going to the beach and everyone making fun of me, and Dad being so excited that he thought, and I couldn't break his heart. I couldn't say to him, "This is the most embarrassing thing I've ever done."
In the finale. Thank you. So I'm really just saying good job.
You know, this is true. What you say about Hugh is true. And he does do the amazing stuff really well. The simple stuff, not so much. Hugh, walk from here to there. Run over there. Slam. And everyone's looking like that, and then he comes out holding his head.
Well, I'm coming down and put my head through the fake Egyptian obelisk. What happened? I don't know, I just tripped. On what?
Wait, do you remember? We had this.
He was really supportive. He thought I was a bit too thin-skinned to be an actor. He was an accountant, right? He's at Price Waterhouse his whole life. So a kid who wanted to be an actor to him was just like another planet. But he goes, "Look, I think you have the talent, but I think you're a bit thin-skinned." And I never forget that.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah. Well, I still don't read reviews to this day. He was probably right.
And then I've heard you say, and correct me if I'm wrong because this is the quote I learned, but you went to the Western Academy of Performing Arts, and you said you were the dunce of the class?
That was at the Actor Center.
Oh, that was at the Actor Center.
I definitely felt like the dunce when I began.
Really?
Yeah, I had no idea what I was doing, and everyone was really cool, and beaten leather jackets, and cigarettes, and I was like a Labrador puppy. Not even a grown-up Labrador. I was like, "Yeah, voice class, let's go." Like, "What else are we doing?" "Oh, yeah, I'm in." And I can see right now the teacher's face. I remember he used to smoke a cigarette like that. And he just thought, "Who is this guy? Like, get out of here. Find some pain and then come back. Like, you're wasting my time." Flung out. And I'm holding onto the edge, and I got my head caught up in the wrong way. It was one of those days I got sent home early with the old, we've got to check for concussion kind of look. Yeah. You get home and my wife's like, "Hi, why are you home?" I'm like, "Oh, we finished early." And she goes, "Why are you home?" And I said, "Hurt myself and I'm not sorry, I'm really sorry." "Why don't you use your double?" I said, "I don't know, I thought I could do it." "You can't do it, you're old, stop it." Right?
Thanks,
"You have
darling.
children, stop doing that. You are not Wolverine." "I can do it." "No, you can't." "Can I go to school tomorrow?" "Yeah, no, yes." It was one of those afternoons. I said, "This is not sounding like love." "It is love, don't do it again."